Hello, welcome to the Veggie Mama channel. My name is Blessed Daniels and today I'm going to be making cinnamon rolls. In my bowl I have 2 cups of gluten-free multi-purpose flour. This is King Arthur brand. And I have 3 teaspoons of Rumford baking powder. Okay, so I'm going to put half a teaspoon of xanthan gum in the flour mixture. Xanthan gum is good for when you're doing gluten-free pastries. It gives the pastry a more gluten-y texture. You know, that whole gooiness kind of sort of that we love. Okay, actually that was probably 1 teaspoon. I'm going to put half a teaspoon of salt, and half a cup of cane sugar. Okay, now I am going to put, say, about 3/4, half a cup of flaxseed gel, and a little bit more than 1/4 cup of butter. This is soy-free. Actually, it's a buttery spread. Earth Balance. Earth Balance is one of the healthiest butter substitutes. So you just want to mix that around. When it starts to get kind of hard to mix, just use your hand. You're also going to want to add water to it. I added a bit of water so that it could, be more doughy. Ooh, it's coming along nicely actually. Whenever you make, especially pastries with a box mix, make sure you have a little bit more than what you think you'll need, just in case you put too much water in it and it needs more flour. Just play it safe. So I added a little bit more flour and water just to get it at just the right consistency. Also, when I made this, it really just needed maybe 2 teaspoons of baking soda, or no, baking powder, but I want it to be sort of like almost as if I had to put yeast in it, so I used 3 teaspoons. Okay, and I'm just going to set this aside and make my filling. Okay, so in here I have 2 cups of ground walnuts. You can use pecans or pecans, but I'm using walnuts. Walnuts have a slightly stronger taste than pecans. I don't know. I think in the South they call it pecan pie, and in the North they call it pecan. So since I'm from the North, I'll say pecan. But yeah, they have a slightly more vanilla-y taste to them. So This is 1 cup of sugar. I like to use the ones that are slightly more gritty. I don't know, it just makes it taste better, I guess. Using 1 cup of that. And here is 2 tablespoons of 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and a dash of clove and allspice. So I'm going to just put that in there. You want to make sure that you have enough cinnamon in the mixture to make it kind of brown because it's cinnamon rolls. So, also, I'm going to need butter. So, you should have half a cup of softened butter. This is melted. I prefer using softened, but if you haven't taken it out yet, you might just want to just soften it. This looks nice. So this is the cinnamon mixture. Okay, so I kind of just jumped into this, so let me tell you what I'm doing. In here, in between 2 sheets of wax paper, is my dough. And, okay, I usually use plastic wrap, saran wrap, because saran wrap just, sticks to stuff. So I don't have to worry about it moving around. But I am out of saran wrap. So I have to satisfy myself with just this wax paper. And if you're going to do this, just get saran wrap because the wax paper works, but it's just always moving and it's not convenient. So you just want to put a piece of dough in between 2 pieces of saran wrap or wax paper and roll it out. Now this, my friends, is a technique that you must master when doing gluten-free cinnamon rolls. So, this is the filling that I'm putting onto the dough. You want a good amount on there, because who wants sparsely cinnamon rolls? That's just disgusting. Then it's basically just dough. I'm not saying dough isn't good. Dough is pretty good. Well, it actually depends on what kind of dough, but yeah. Okay. So just spread it out evenly. And here comes the fun part. The part that should be done with plastic wrap. But I don't have it. Okay. So, just going to take this and pick up your paper and roll it. Just use the paper to roll. La da da da. When you're doing this, you might want to listen to classical music so that, you don't get nervous or anything like that. Da, 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 da. Okay. There you go. Right there. That is so beautiful. I am so proud of myself. Okay, so now what you want to do is take a serrated edge and simply cut away this extra part. You're gonna bake it. Just you don't want that right now. Okay, and I'm going to do let's say inch thick and cut it inch thick. And what's a very good idea to do with this is when you put it on your pan, dust it with some butter, and that makes it amazing. You know, kind of like a gold look to it. Look and tell me, is that not beautiful? Is this not a work of art? I tell you, my friends, it is. Okay, so I'm just going to fill up my pan with these and come right back. So they're all done. I have my social outcasts here, the ones that didn't turn out that good. But, okay, I'm going to take some butter, some melted butter. I'm just going to brush it over my rolls. Your oven should be preheated at 350. And you will bake these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or until golden brown. And the butter just gives it more polished look. Oh, make sure you grease your pan as well. So it's all oiled and it's going in the oven. Again, 350 degrees for 20 minutes or until golden brown. One of my favorite holiday movies is An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving. Well, today we are going to have an old-fashioned tea party. Instead of drinking tea, we're going to drink a cinnamon milk. So the first thing I have here is almond milk. If you are allergic to almonds, you can use soy milk. If you're allergic to soy, you can use rice milk. Now with the rice milk, since the rice milk is less flavorful than soy milk and almond milk, you might want to just add a little bit more of the spices. You can do this with any kind of milk though. I have my pan right here, and I'm going to put around a cup of almond milk, and I have pumpkin spice here. It actually has cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cloves. So instead of taking all my spices, I can just use one spice here. Okay, so I'm putting around a teaspoon of this in my milk, and then around a tablespoon or more, a little bit more, of sugar. And just to add a little bit more flavor, a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to put this on high, then don't let it boil. Just let it get very hot, because when the milk boils, the curd almost comes up, and it's just not that pretty. So just let it get very hot and stir it. So I'm all done. I have my cinnamon rolls here and my milk here. And I'm going to have my own little tea party. Oh, very delightful. Very, very delightful. Thanks for joining us. This week we're going to have an epic holiday dessert. And so please join us. This is part 1. And next we'll have some awesome cake. It's not very epic sounding. Awesome cake!